They want to exchange star charts. Yeah, guess. I don't know if it would annoy them if you say no. I don't think it does, but yeah, I'm gonna accept anyway. Okay. Did they change colors at some point? Okay, how are we looking here? Put that there instead. There's a tile I want to remove there, so I'm going to change. Do I have a governor? I don't think I have a governor that makes tiles cheaper. No, I don't. So I'm not going to bother moving a governor there. But I will clear it. Oh, yeah. Pretty sure the cost one doesn't make the tiles cheaper. 100% to be honest though. Halve it.
Construction complete.
Right, so I can actually make another slave there. So it's going to piss this guy off even more. You can see minus 10% already. But, oh, it looks like I haven't made there. Should annoy him. Yeah, it's gone down to minus 20 now. So, could get a faction there potentially because of that, but it's only one guy. Construction, spaceport and Alvis. Scientist got something. So where am I going to colonize next? Anyway, I haven't really figured this out yet, have I? There's there, which I've decided not to colonize anytime soon. Apart from that, there's that place which there's a ton of aliens preventing me from getting, but I would have otherwise gone for probably. There's aliens there and there. So there's a colony up there. I think that's where I might go, or I might try and kill some of these aliens. Actually, I'd like. Is that within? It is now. Right. So I'm actually going to get my fleet to deal with them. It's probably big enough, so we get to see some combat. Great.
Construction complete.
Right. So he went up. Active building. Right. That was cleared. Right, I want to start enslaving some people and turn this over elsewhere now then. So let's put him there. Okay. Can go there. There's a thing I was taking up though, wasn't there? I could wait for that 26 months and build the next one along. You actually need 10 population to build it, and this has 12, so it's actually possible to build here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm well away from it. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna hand it over now. So building costs, goods. Let's build. Mining network there. My mineral silo is basically adding an extra 1,000 capacity onto the cap there, and it's 13,000, so I don't need it. Should, well, probably if I don't know, I haven't played the late game yet, but I imagine if you're building these, something's going wrong basically. Right, so that's done. I'll let the actual colony do those, I think. Make those. Let's enslave this guy. So he's got all the correct things. Ethics divergence is good here. It's very near to capital. And you as well. So that is all of the mineral and all of the food tiles done for slavery. So I can now, yeah, definitely switch this over to a sector. Thing is, I really quite want to keep to a Gaia world because someone might migrate here potentially. It's the most likely place because of the habitability, but no one is, are they? There might be more chance of them migrating if it's a sector, though I haven't said that. I think that may give it a bonus. Right, so let's do something with this then. Right, where the hell is Larzac for starters? Right, it's there. So I could actually add that to the northern sector, and I will. Let's go into the Empire screen. Okay, so let's manage sector. I forgot where it was then for a second. So if I click on this, money should go up by 10%. Well, roughly, because that has some of its own money now sealed off to that sector. And I believe that's all I need to do, so let's finish. Okay, and close. Oh, no, don't want to do that. Right, so that's done. I'm down to 5. Influence has gone back up. Money's looking good. And we just lost that guy in world. Right, I'm going to have to keep an eye on that because I think, yeah, chances that they may migrate there potentially. Someone. So I'm going to have to look here every now and then. That's new. There's a cockroach. Arthropoid pre-sentient cockroach on Sol 3, Earth. Okay. Well done, Paradox. That's really amusing. Right, so the cockroach could potentially become sentient at some point, it would seem. So where is Earth? Or Sol 3? It looks like it's a long way away, by the looks of it, or right on the edge of the galaxy. I'm not sure if that's completely and utterly random. It could be, or I don't know, maybe they programmed that to happen. Right. So how are we doing? Minerals okay, money's good. Money cap's a lot less than the minerals, so we have to be careful with that. Spaceport is done. I think I need to turn it into food because there's no food sources here. I don't really want to lose those 2 minerals, but yeah, I gotta do it. Okay. And probably will be doing it there as well. Oh, I know what I forgot. I was going to get my military out, wasn't I? So, let's group you up.
Construction complete. System survey complete.
I don't want that science ship. Let's get you over to there, which is in our territory. Wormhole is finished. Mojave finished his construction queue. What is that guy? Ew, that's not good. So he's also lost. No, he's lost one of his ethics, but not the same one as this guy who's lost collectivism. What about that guy? He's lost one. Yeah, we're quite far away from the capital, so our ethics are being dropped pretty easily. Right, so system surveyed. Right, so there's a shitload of energy there. Right, wormhole was finished, wasn't it? So I can now explore over in this part of the map, I believe. Right, that's actually been done before. It's not showing up. That one has as well. And that one, it's tropical world there. That one hasn't though. I need to get my military over here in a second as well. Okay. Right, they're forming a wormhole. Oops. We've got contact with someone. The Verkzak sovereignty. They were listening in on someone's communications. Greetings from the Verkzak sovereignty. We are a democratic nation committed to upholding the individual freedoms of our citizens, regardless of their species. Our elected leader, President Krumklak Zakinkin, hopes for a long and fruitful relationship with your people. So I think I'd do that one. Which it doesn't matter, I'm pretty sure. I think they should make it matter. It'd be more interesting, actually, if the initial relations were based on making a good decision there. So, let's actually find where they are. So, oh, he's actually got religious in the mix as well. So we're actually pretty similar apart from we're collective. Where are you on the map? They're down near the bottom. So, how good are you? They are conformists, so their ethics do not diverge very much, which isn't good, probably, if I wanted them as my citizens, because they wouldn't change to my ethics. Having said that, they have most of my ethics already, apart from collective, which is pretty important to me, though. They colonize continentals, so I don't want migration from them. I have no interest in them. I'd rather get someone else. I'm going to want to colonize continental planets eventually, but I'll use some other species if I can't use my own. That was surveyed. And let's engage this. Oh, let's change our fleet stance and take you on. Now I've tried lowering the sound effects for the audio for sound effects and various other things. Hopefully this shouldn't be deafening you, but if it does, let me know.
Hostile fleet engaged. Construction complete.
Quite loud. Can you actually hear me over it? I felt the combat noise then was a bit too loud still, so I've actually changed those settings. I didn't use the sliders within the game, no, I exited the game and changed the INI settings. You can actually see the numbers and change the numbers within that via notepads. So yeah, hopefully it's a bit better now, but yeah, it's not the first time I've tried to change those settings. I should also mention I'm not actually recording this on the same day now. And since I recorded the last part of the video, there's been an update, literally. You can see now we are on version 1.00, we're on the day of release. There hasn't been any changes that I've noticed so far. The actual patch is only about 20 megabytes. Said that there are portraits now for, I believe, 4 or 5 different races. I think it was the DLC basically. Something I should mention about that DLC, which I wasn't really able to before, is those races that are added, although they look quite different, you can't actually change anything on them. Apart from one of them, I think you can change clothes on. You can't even change the colours, so it's a bit disappointing compared to the others, although they look kind of interesting. Right, so I think we are ready to get started again. I've actually changed a few things on some of my worlds. Some of them needed some extra slaves. I probably stuck a building in the list, I think, on there, maybe, is it? No, I haven't actually. Yeah, I'm almost ready to stick a building or two on some of these, though. One of the guys who is no longer collectivist, I changed him to a slave, and that has actually worked out better than him disliking people being enslaved. He is now has less of a penalty. It was minus 20%, now it's minus 7%. I've actually found a potential issue with slavery as well. I'm hoping the release patch does something about it, but yeah, the only way to find out is by playing on a bit, and then I'll talk more about it later on. Right, let's actually get this battle out of the way then, is it?
updated.
Okay, so, right, so Admiral gained a level, they did a bit of damage, but nothing really. Did I lose a Corvette? I think I did, but I'm not going to be building Corvettes soon anymore. I've got to get that debris in a bit. I think let's return you to the capital. And I actually want to do something diplomatically now, because I've had a look around what I can actually do, checking out things. So, the first person I am going to contact is the Spuxlack. And I am going to offer a trade deal. Now, I found out for definite now that this allows people to come to your empire in a different game. I checked, and I only had this, and still people were able to migrate to me. So yeah, that's definite now, as far as I'm concerned. I am actually going to try and get this off him though. So I'm going to spend some money so my people can migrate over to him. Now you may be asking yourself, what benefit does this give? In fact, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Maybe he wants minerals instead. Some transfer. You know what? I'm going to do that later. No, I'll do it now. Basically, when my population is full up, it allows people somewhere to go. So there should be more of my people within the galaxy. And if ever I take his territory, having a ton of my people on his worlds is probably going to be a good idea. So yeah, I'm going to give him some minerals for that. Not sure how worthwhile that was, to be honest. That amount. There's also one or two others I'm going to do. That's probably a bit too expensive for my liking now, so I'm going to have to come back for that probably. Yeah, definitely. And the last trade deal, which I'm not sure is a good idea, but I believe I can get a research treaty off these guys, and they're the only ones I can get it off. Normally you'd have to be allied, for example, and you also have to have a good relationship. Neutral doesn't count. But I have those techs that they don't have, and they have those techs that I don't have, so they're ahead of me technologically. So I think I should basically try and catch up a bit by getting this off him. So let's try and get some minerals as well. And confirm. Right. All done.
Research complete.
So he accepted, so my people can now move over to his worlds potentially. I can't even remember what... He might be arid actually, so there's a chance my people might move over. Especially if he's got Gaia World or something like that as well. We've got cold fusion power now. So there's improved deflectors, there's all of these weapon types which I'm not getting because they're not mass drivers. Computer would be good. Yeah, let's pick up the improved deflectors. Okay, and I better check the ship designer. So, we have better energy, wasn't it? Let's try this out then. And stick that on. There. It's probably... yeah, that's the best I can do. Right, let's save that. And I guess I'll update the Corvettes, even though I'm not making any more. I still have some. So... no, there's no point in updating that, actually. Right. There's a few constructors, resources I missed over here, so they're doing them as well. A few energy tiles, they're all on the go. The science ship is in Gatria, finishing off there.
Construction complete.
Algoden finished its queue. I've got to remember what I'm doing in general now. when I've got a lot of big worlds which are going to take ages, so it's going to prevent me from actually colonizing for a while potentially. I'm waiting on this place now, Mojave. Realistically. So that's not going to take forever though to get done. Right, so attack swarm fully repaired. Didn't realise I asked it to repair, which I should have done. Right, so the Mojave, let's put this guy on temporarily. I really need a governor for my northern sector as well. There are 3 planets in that, so a governor would be excellent for it, but yeah, I haven't got much influence. Science guy, updated. Let's get him to clear that. Okay. That guy also lost collectivism, so I need to turn him into a slave. And we're waiting on that guy to grow. So that's getting done first. I might as well get a science building builds here. Okay, and I will put the energy building there now as well. What's that? Finished. Is that the only
System
energy
survey complete.
one? It is probably. I think I get a power hub up instead here then. When I can afford it. Oh, I can't do that until then. Right. Right, so constructors are done. And the survey should be done. Let's come down here and survey that. I could get my military to find out stuff here, but I just used the censorships only 1 or 2 places. So there's some colonies up there that I could colonize. I don't think I'm going to colonize there, I'm pretty sure. There is actually an empire down here, so I really want to find out about this
hostile fleet.
Colonizing down there, possibly. Right, that's legging it. What's that? That's a tropical world. They're pretty small, those guys are. Okay. Right, minerals are going up very nicely. I could get some more ships out. When does my cruisers come in? 25 months. I may start wait now for my cruisers, rather than make more destroyers.
Construction complete.
Mojave finished its surface construction queue. Right, that now has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, let's enslave this guy. I think I was saying beslave for a while. It's enslave. Right, slave. So he's happy again, sort of. He's science. Let's get minerals made here, basic mine at least. Before I do that, I'm actually going to upgrade that first. So I've still got the governor here to make this cheaper. Hopefully I can still make the basic one. Yes, I can. Right, so this place is nearly ready to turn over then. Looks like we found the Comagion system that has Omega aliens. I thought Omega aliens were in there before. Oh, there's debris to get as well, so my science ship has got 1 or 2 things to do. Right, let's research that. Good to go then. Right, spaceports I think I want. So, Gobi looks like long term it might be my next best world. 24 tiles, it's only 1 off the top, so let's update the spaceport. I need a colony ship, that's what I'm thinking about getting. What I'm forgetting about. So let's do that on Sahara. And And it looks like they only have one type of guy there, which I assume is my, yeah, standard ethics guy. Good. Right, let's check species. Right, still just us. Something I didn't point out about the cockroaches, they're on a tomb world. Sol 3 is a tomb world. So it looks like someone went away with the dinosaurs. Complete. Except for not destroyed by asteroids, probably. I think it was by nuclear annihilation. Construction finished on Negev in the spaceport. Well, that's interesting. Negev is now a sector. Let's check this out. I'll find the right screen. So they updated the spaceport with minerals that they had. That's really cool. At this point, I think I'll show you something that I'm hoping the new patch fixed, version 1, but not expected to have. See the position of the slaves there? They are no longer where I left them. They've been moved around, and this has consequences because slaves are not very good at collecting energy or doing science. So if the automated management of slaves is doing that on sectors, it's going to be doing that for the AI overall almost definitely as well. This is an issue that definitely needs to be fixed. Slaves, if possible, should never be placed on these tiles, money or science, and should preferably always be placed on food or minerals, because that's where they get the bonuses from. So this is a bit of a mixed bag. Half of my tiles are incorrect here, 1, 2, and half of them are incorrect. So I'm not getting as much energy and science from my sectors as I should do with these slaves currently, which obviously isn't very good. Right, so we've got colony ship on the go. How are we doing here? That's growing. Let's change around one of my governors while I remember it. Have him there for a bit.
Special project complete.
Okay, so he should, his bonuses will affect all of those now in theory. Communications established. Rafarian combined colonies. And they are in this part of the world, or galaxy I should say. So, we are the Rafarian combined colonies, minions of the wise overlord Rug the First. Our aim is to improve ourselves through the use of technology, and whether you agree with these goals or not, we trust you will remain amicable neighbours. Pacifist materialist who happens to have an emperor, possibly. So I'm going to go for that one, which of course I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. Contacts. So where are you guys? There. Now he's relatively close to me, so I wouldn't mind having an embassy.